Hi, this is Satya from P3 Traders. In this video, we are going to talk about what are all the rules that you need to follow in your simulation training. So I really like this from Bruce Lee, where he said like, I never fear a man trained 10,000 kicks, but I fear a man who practiced one kick 10,000 times. So practice is the key. So let's go back and find out what are all the rules that you need to practice to have like that one kick every day you can get a profit from the day trading. These are all the rules. I can explain you each of these rules, and also I will compare like where you can see those rules and how you can do it in the simulation. First thing would be is the market. So market is the key. Always go with the market. Find out what is the overall market doing. It could be a green trend, it could be a red trend, or it could be a sideways. So find out where the market is going at that point in time where you plan to enter and exit. Second thing would be is like what is your top 4 index doing? SPY, IWM, QQQ and DIA. What are all those 4 doing? Like, or is it aligned with your market trend? And how is our Power Genius doing? I can show you like what is Power Genius and how that indicator works in our simulation. That is for the market. The second thing is go back and find out the stock. Which stock you need to go against or go with, right? So find out that stock and find out is that stock on the same direction with the market? Is it aligned with the market? Do you have Z-band, markers and volume? So those are all the proprietary indicators that we have. So do you have all those things aligned for your right direction? If it is a green trend call you are going to buy, find out like is it aligned with the green direction. If you want to buy a put, is it aligned with your red direction? And most importantly, are you on the right time zone? I can explain what is the time zone means. And then the third component would be is when you need to enter and when you need to exit. That is extremely important, because even your market is good, say it's going on a green trend, your stock is also on a green trend, but if you are entering it in the wrong place, you will get hurt. And as well as when you enter it in the right place but you didn't exit it on the right place, the moment it started turning down against you, and then if you come out, still you will get hurt. So entry and exit is also very important. Along with that, each and every trade you need to journal that trade and make sure you log the trade. What are all the rules you followed, what you missed out, and what is the experience with that particular trade. We always advise, as I mentioned in the previous videos, we always advise like you need to go for like 300 to 500 practice trades in the simulation account, so that like you will practice yourself, log yourself. We have the journal, how it looks like. We can explain in other videos. We can provide you the journal, so you log your trades and then you identify like what are all the rules you are missing, and then you need to go from there and then practice well, so that you can practice those missing rules, and then you can define like where you are going, and then practice like what time frame is good for you to trade, and what are all the favorite stocks that you are liking, that you are planning to trade. So all those experience or all those information you can able to grab it based on the journal. So journal each trade. It's not only just for the simulation. When you go live in future, we are as a traders, we are logging all our rules, and we will review the rules like every day, so making sure like we are following all the rules. Because when you have some personal life changing events happens, your mindset will change, and then you may miss some of the rules while you are doing the trading. So it's always important to journal it and reflect yourself like what you are doing. Let me go back and explain what each of these rules means. So I pick up a day. Okay, so when you see here, let's go one by one. So I have these rules. So market is the first one, right? So overall list, this is the list. So this list overall, is it showing a green trend or a red trend? For me, as a overall, it's a green trend. And then what these 4 horsemen, we call it as doing: SPY, DIA, S&P 500, SPY, DIA, Dow Jones, IWM, Russell, and then QQQ. All these four are on aligned with the direction. Yes, it's mostly on the green direction. I didn't get the tint on all four, but still it's on the right direction, right? And then what is power genius? This one is a power genius, and it has like positive 32 32. It's minus 100 to plus 100, just for a reference. And you see overall like green, this one also green, and most importantly it will give you a context of like what it is, right? Very low volume start, risky time, good market range. So it gives you an idea of like what's, and this one is dynamically changing, like after like few minutes it could change, or it will give you a different perspective. Okay. The second one would be stock. Which stock you are identifying, which stock you want to go. Like you can pick up Netflix. If you are picking up Apple, Apple has a green. Don't think like what is this indicator, we can explain more. Just go with the colors, right? Simple identifying, look at the colors and make the decision. So this one is Tesla. Tesla is on red, but the market is on green. So do you want to go? I would say no, right? The same thing, like do you have Z band, markers and volume? What that means is Z band is nothing but you have this band coming all the way is our Z band. You will get a red Z band or a green Z band based on like how the individual stock is doing. And then the markers are nothing but you can see this triangle, and you can see square and circle. So once you get these different markers, that is in three different independent algorithms that's running to tell you like, hey, there is some alignment is happening for that particular stock at that particular moment. It is nothing different like if you are getting one indicator, or if you are getting like three different markers, it's one and the same. So at that point in time, you don't think about like you have the three markets is good and one markets is not that great. Each market plays an independent role. So it's depends upon how you are seeing the pattern. So if you are seeing a triangle and then immediately you see triangle and circle, that is a state change happened, and you need to practice yourself. There is something is changing, so we need to adopt for that. That's how the markers works. And the other one is time zone. What that means is like first 6 minutes we won't trade based on our previous video. What I mentioned, the first 6 minutes is our pre-market trades, or also the previous day orders will be being executed in the first 6 minutes. So technically it would be really hard to figure out like where the market is going to move. So we advise not to. So that's the reason we are having this line. The first session, actual session, will start like from 9:36 to 9:45, and then if you move like every 15 minutes, there will be a trend coming in. Zone coming in. So we always advise to get into like first three candles of that zone and exit it before the last candle or at the last candle. To be there will be a probability the next time zone when it starts, there will be a probability it can go like really favor to your direction, or it can tint down, or it can go flat on the side. So always recommend like just be on the zone, come out. There will be some outliers where you can see very strong trend going up and up. You can travel that one. So how you are, this is just a guidelines of like how you can able to practice yourself with these rules. Once you get familiar with the rules, once you get the understanding about the system and behavior of individual stocks, then you can able to define your own rules. It's like learning how to drive, right? So when you start it, we will have certain set of rules, and then once you get very familiar with the driving, you will be following the rules, but without even your knowledge. Some of the rules you may not follow, but that is okay. That's the style of your driving, right? The same thing applies over here. The third point would be is the entry and exit. Entry and exit, you see like what is the breakout, right? See, this is a typical, there is a breakout going to happen here for SPY. So this is a line, and it's breaking out here. that is a breakout. So am I entering with the breakout, and there is no volume here. When you see some volume, you can see some volumes coming after here. So you have the volume, and if you have a breakout, yes, I will be entering when it breaks out. And when you need to exit, before entering you need to understand when I'm going to exit. In this scenario, just whether I'm entering or not, but in this scenario, when you are entering, if you are entering in this place, I would say, like, if it hits the previous high, probably I'll be out. Or because the 170 mark is a powerful mark, if it is going, but if it has a huge momentum, if it breaks, I'll be waiting. But definitely I'll be out at this RB level. This is another resistance that you are having. By the time when it hits, probably I'll be out. So that's my strategy of exit. Before entering it, I'll define that one and I will proceed on. So as a recap, you need to check the market is nothing but this overall dashboard. How it looks like. How it looks like is a green or a red. And then the stock, what is your individual stock you are picking up, and that individual stock is having, basically it's aligned with the market. And if it is having z-band markers and volume, and then it is on the right time zone you are entering in, and then what is your entry and what is your exit. And the third most important thing, the last one, would be is journal the trade. Each and every trade we have a journal. We will publish it, or I will explain it in the future videos. Whenever you do the trade, whether it's a simulation trade or an actual live trade, log that trade in the journal. Right, what are all the rules you followed, what are all the rules you missed, what happened to that trade. All those things needs to be detailed out. Then when you review it, then you can able to see, like, how you are doing, and what are all the adjustment you need to do based on your journal of trades. So thanks for watching. Good luck on your simulation, and see you on the next video.